So when I died, I was a lot younger, and I show water because that's how it happened. I was in the water when I came out of my body, and the experience was it was different than I thought. You know how a lot of people make you feel afraid or make you feel scared to die and stuff like that. Like you're going to just like, oh my god, like oh, you're gonna feel every bit of it, every second of it, every pin needle to the body. But in reality, I didn't feel a thing at all. I'm Steven Jackson. I have a crazy story to tell you right now. The day this happened, I was with my sister, and it wasn't her fault. But apparently, I went down deeper into the water. And the crazy part is, keep in mind, I couldn't swim yet. And I used to have these dreams about drowning a lot. But I end up actually drowning. Here's how it was. When I went down into the water, though, the crazy thing is I really don't remember gulping in any water. I don't remember panicking. Everything was a complete blackout. And the most significant experience of my life that I always remember is how I felt when I was outside of my body. So you think that I'm trying to figure out how to explain this. So I was underneath water, but as I was underneath the water, I didn't feel like the density of the water. I didn't feel the waves. I didn't feel like water was pushing up against me, but I also didn't freak out either. So I wasn't scared. I wasn't feeling pain. I didn't see entities or dark beings coming for me because a lot of people say when they die and stuff, and we've had this in our family multiple times, or when they was at the near death experience, they would see like little dark things line up, and then some people would say they would see like angels or something light lining up as well. And it's probably to do with the resonance of what's happening in your life or any one of you or people who pass away and just the things that they've done in their life. So it was like I was in the water, but the water was like, I can't say going through me, but I was in another dimension basically, but I was at the same place. And the astonishing thing was that I didn't feel the emotions or anything like that, but I was floating in the water. So it wasn't that I was simply just, how can I put this? I wasn't I wasn't in the physical dimension anymore basically. It wasn't physical at all. And what I see a figure come down into the water. And the crazy thing is after that I noticed that I saw my body, and I'm looking at my body, and I'm noticing that somebody's coming and grabbing my body, which that happened to be my older brother. His name is James. He came and got me. I saw it happen. I saw him grab my body. I saw him descend up, or ascend, because descend is going down. And as he ascended up, I was just looking, and I just looked. And he came above the surface, and as the shadows started to disappear, I went back into a blackout mode. And they say that on the spiritual level, that biblically my parents would always say God takes the sting out of death for his people. So you could say, what is the blackout mode? Is it that neurological response before you die, but also when you're already near death, you get the blackout response again. You don't get a shock wave to your body, but I'm guessing it's a shock to the body that happened to me. And the blackout mode, without you being an extension of your body, it could be some type of shifting of consciousness because my consciousness had to shift back into my body. So when he grabbed me and he took me, my consciousness, my spirit, whatever that has to go back into the body, disappeared for just the blank out section. And I'm guessing it was going back into spiritual gland area, which is through your pineal gland, through your head. And then some people say you breathe it in, you breathe it in through your nose. So the question is that I can't really understand is that, when we sleep, constantly our subconscious mind is moving consciously, is getting information, is constantly taking in things that we don't even understand. So in that moment of the blackout, it's still active, and you're probably going through that traveling session where your soul is coming back, which you don't get to be truly conscious of. You don't get to see, like, I didn't get to see my soul go all the way back into my body, right? That it's like that part was blanked out by my conscious spiritual program. That's because it could be like very traumatic to come back in your body like that. But just seeing everything and then like not even really understanding the full details is still an amazing experience. I remember just waking up and I'm sitting on the couch and my parents are mad and my sister is there, my brother is there, and she's kind of really frustrated with them because what parent wouldn't be? But after that near death experience moment, it kind of gave me this sense of calm, this sense of ease, this sense of reality is a little bit different than we think, And at that moment, when I actually went through that situation, it became, I became like a new reborn soul. I felt like in another way. And so it was like my journey to go through that and to tell you this story because after that, the fear that you have, it kind of dissipates about death. It's not what we think. I mean, you're not actually dead, you're still alive, and it happens so fast that your consciousness splits. Always having your soul in the right place is more important. But when you go through the cycles of those moments, you really kind of get the sensation that, oh, I'm still traveling, I'm still alive, and how we're here right now, but we could be gone at any given moment. But it's not that much of a fear because you still exist after that. There's still other dimensions for us to travel in. There's much more journeys for us to take. There are plenty more people for us to meet and family members. Definitely waiting, depending on what route they took. And I just think that today we value a lot of things that really don't in the end game make that much change for us. And once we start to value it once again, what life is, and not to be in fear and let anybody to make you live life in fear, whether it's a corporation, whether it's a boss, whether it's a job, whether it's a person, Your soul has a mission and purpose, and what you do on a daily basis really affects your entire world and even into other dimensions which you get ready to travel to afterwards. So I don't know where your journey takes you right now, but you're here. I don't know if any of you ever experienced anything like this, but if you have, I'd like to hear what you have to say in the comment section below. And I also like to know, what's your fears of death, and are you fearful